All right, guys. So what happened is, so we replaced the uh, shoes, shoot the safety neutral safety switch. Oh my god, I forgot what I was saying. So I replaced the neutral safety switch in the transmission. Everything is fine, but the car still won't start. So I troubleshoot the problem. Different problem. I double check the starter. This is your starter relay. You have a starting fuse here. This is a starter fuse. Start. Uh, 20 amps, ignition switch, 20 amps. And you have this starter fuse right there, which is 30 amp. This one is fine, this one is good. This one is clicking when you try to start the car. So it's not the problem here. And what I figured out is with a little bit of research, so that little connector on the starter, let me see if I can get closer, right there, that black connector on the starter, right there between the solenoid and the direct positive terminal from the battery. So the cable goes to ignition switch, which is located under the steering column. I'll show you in a moment. So come on, there you go. So this cable goes right here. So this is your ignition switch. I already pull it out. Let me try to do multitasking here. So this is the ignition switch. So this guy stays like that, and then this pin right there slides in there, and one of the metal piece was broken, and therefore it cannot make good contact and it cannot start the engine. So I bypass this wire directly down there on the starter, and the cars start cranking right away. So this is the ignition actuator. We're gonna replace that. Unfortunately, we have to. There is two T10 Torx bit screws. All right, so in order for you to pull the ignition pin actuator, whatever, out, you need the key, and it push the key in, turn it like that, and then will allow you to push that pin in. And once you push that pin in, let me try to push that pin in right there, you can slide the key with the cylinder and this thing pops out. Here it is. So this is your ignition key, cylinder with blah 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 and everything over there. This is the pin that we just depressed. And once you take that apart, you can order just this part. And once you replace the new part, it comes with this pin comes with two options. It's either should be like that plate, small plate, or like this. I mean, all the way here, or see where the pin aligns with the plastic, and I think it should be right there in that position. And we're gonna replace that. We're gonna get the new part from O'Reilly, of course, and we'll be good to go. Yep, stay tuned. Okay, so I found the actuator switch, the ignition actuator pin. Sorry, and so here's the new one, and here is the old one. Let me flip it over. So you can see where the broken piece is right there. So on the new one, comes with this spring here in the package, in the box. And there, if you flip it over, you would see that, actually not over, but on that side, there is two arrows. So this is where you need to how to align the pin in order to put it in the correct position. My pin came with instructions. Please don't, make sure you don't lose this. So my pin came with instructions, and I'll post this in the description of the video, step by step. I'll take a pictures of, actually, you can pause the video at some point. I will just, oh, this is the second page. Okay, this is the first one. I will go over it like that. And you can pause the video and you can read the instructions. So I don't have to type them into the description. So once you do this, the very simple steps, align the pin, the new pin with the arrows. Of course, I'm gonna align this before I put it on. But then on that side, you wanna make sure that this spring, this brass pin, whatever it's called, it's on, where's the thing? It's on this side, and it's not all the way in, because remember when you had to, when you pull the ignition out, you have to put the key in and turn it. So you have to put it in the same position. So this pin allows you, when you pull the key out, so the key can pop out. So this doesn't make connection with this guy anymore, or something like that. I don't know how to exactly to explain it, but you need to make sure that the pin is in that position right there, the way it's on the video right now, and not all the way down. All right, and yeah, let's go put it on. I forgot my stand for my camera again, so probably not gonna be able to show you the whole process, but I will just resume the video back once I put it back onto once I put it back on the car. Okay. Okay, so once you push the pin in, put back the ignition cylinder on. Don't forget to lock it here. Align this switch with the actuator pin. So one thing what I noticed is, because when the old actuator pin broke, the ignition switch was in a different position. So you need to make sure that you align that inside. You can get a flathead screwdriver and gently turn it clockwise or counterclockwise to align it with the metal piece on the actuator that goes into the ignition switch. So once you do that, too bright. Once you do that, you should be good to go. Let's try first few times, see if the key will go all the way on different positions. So it was like that when we, hold on. So it was off. This is locking the steering wheel, I believe. And then one position, then another. Oh, I need to push it in. Oh. So this is it. Let me have a seat here. Okay, so here we are. Press the brake, key out. This is the lock position. This is where you can pull the key out, and then you press 1, 2, and then back to position. This is to lock the steering wheel. You can pull the key out, or I don't know why is that. Maybe to lock it, maybe not. And let's give it a try to start. Okay, dash lit up. Oops. There it is. TJ is running. All right. So let's close this up, and we have to put this one back up right there with the T15 Torx bit or T10, either way. I have to connect this connectors back on top. Have to put the steering column covers, the upper and the lower, down in my feet. We need to put those accessory with the blinker fluid here. And yeah, we should be good to go. We'll take it for a spin. You guys, forgot to tell you real quick. I almost forgot. You need to put the spring that I showed you earlier right here, one end right there and one end right here to push this guy in. And then you can put the three bolts, this one, that one, and that one up there. Make sure you don't lose the spring. Make sure the spring lays where it should be, so you don't have any problems and have to pull this whole assembly out again, because that's going to be a painful process, especially if you're running on a tight frame. Anyway, yeah, this is it pretty much. We'll take it for a spin, and we'll see what's going on.